elections, pastoral paintings, and college creations. All this and more as the Stafford Weekly News starts now. Welcome to the Friday, October 25th edition of the Stafford Weekly News. I'm Randall Williams. Early voting started on October 21st here in Stafford, and that takes no small amount of preparation for a secure, efficient process. As you may have noticed, early voting has started for the 2024 election. This is made possible by a dedicated group of workers making everything ready for voters.
The thing about it is that with our new machines, they are very secure. The thing about it is we make an effort to make sure that your election process is a pleasant one for you. I have staff that are well trained, that if you need help, they can assist you with, if you don't know how to input your selections on the screen, they can show you how to do it, because we normally say do the name, don't try to go into the square, because it's harder to do the square than it is the name, and you get the same results, but it's just easier to make that selection. So that's one thing that I think that we would be able to help them in. Oftentimes we will tell them that. We make sure they're putting the ballot in correctly, because the thing about it is it's two ends to this ballot, and if you don't put it in with the slot in the correct position, it will not take it. And we don't want you to force it, because if you force it, and it has happened, it jams the machine. So that's why we will have our clerks here that will help, and if they see you going the wrong way, they'll say you just need to turn it. Because we want to encourage them to vote, and we want to make it easy for them. I would hope that they have gotten at least a copy of the sample ballot, that they're familiar with what's on their ballot. If their particular area has propositions or anything that is what I call legalese, that they've been able to get information to clarify that. And I know there are a lot of sources. I know Impact is one of the newspapers that puts things out to explain what that really means, what that proposition is, and what it really means to you as a citizen. So they've been very good about that. I've learned that myself.
I've been here for more than 7 years, maybe.
Longer than that?
Maybe longer than that. Wherever Pam goes, I go with her. She's a good employer, co-worker, and she knows how to lead and can take care of most problems, and she does it well. It's important to let them know that we have outside curve voting, and I'm one that goes out there. I am one of the persons that goes out there and help them direct. If they send somebody in for voting, a friend of family, and they can come in here and get them going, I go outside and set them up, and they can vote in their vehicle if they're not able to come in. It's not important that they're able to walk in here, but it's important to vote, and that's what I do.
Well, the thing about it is that what I have found, especially with this location, when there is a major election, the voters come out, and they come out in droves. They are very conscious. I have voters in Stafford that vote every election. I think I mentioned to you, I have families that come here, that I recognize the families that come in here. In fact, just to give you a quick deal, I was in Kroger's the other day in Missouri City, and I saw two of my voters, and so I said, so am I going to see you on October 21st, which is the first day of early voting? And she went, didn't I see you? I know you. You're my voting lady. So then I'm at my church bazaar this past Sunday, and who do I see? The same couple. I said, are you part of this church? She says, I don't come all the time, but yes. But the thing about it is that because they are so consistent, I can recognize these people, and they recognize me. We have had a pretty consistent staff of clerks helping us at this poll, although we do get new people, and we try to make sure it's a good experience for them as well. But I think voting, and we want you to get out and vote regardless of who you're voting for. It is your right to vote. It also gives you the right to complain. Because I tell people, if you don't vote, you are not justified in complaining. So that's an easy way to look at it. So hopefully we will have more people in Stafford and the Fort Bend County, because as you know, in Fort Bend, It does not matter what your precinct is. You can vote in any site within Fort Bend, and typically we're not so busy that we're going to have long lines. So we want you to come to Stafford City Hall. We have signage that shows you how to get in here, and we're ready to help you vote.
For Stafford Weekly News, this is Randall Williams. National Night Out opened the month, and we just can't get enough of Stafford meeting Stafford. Here's another of our subdivisions partying down.
And we're here tonight to celebrate National Night Out here in Stafford and Grove West. We're at Councilwoman Alice Chin's house, who helped very much to help organize this. We're doing it right here at her house. We have a great great group of board members here in our HOA, and we are welcoming the Stafford Fire Department and the Stafford Police Department and other Stafford officials to our event tonight. And we're very excited to have all of them, and we're looking, this is our third year that we've done this in Grove West, and we're looking forward to the rest of the evening.
It's a National Night Out tonight. I'm so happy. There's so many neighbors come together and meet each other. Actually, National Night Out, it's really every year we get all together, neighbors get together, building relationship, know each other, and also we want to thank you and make our community safer. That's the purpose. We knew each other, we take care of each other and make our community safer. I want to thank you, the HOA Director of Grove West, and I'm one of the directors, Grove West Subdivision. We all work hard for this wonderful event. And also want to thank you, our police department, fire department, they come to support. You see the fire trucks is here. I think National Night Out is wonderful because we all together make our community strong. But I want to invite, tell everybody, it's not just for tonight. It should be every day. Let's work together and make our community strong and safer. Happy National Night Out. Thank you.
I'm entering my 23rd year of service to the city and the citizens in the local area. Been proud to serve during my tenure. We're represented here this evening with fire department members, as well as a local police department, as well as code enforcement. Congratulations and a thank you to Ms. Chin for once again hosting for, I believe, the third year in a row. The event seems to get bigger and bigger each year. This gives it's a great opportunity for the local citizens, the local residents to come and visit and meet and greet. As always, this is just one of the many beautiful neighborhoods that we have here in the city. Special thanks goes out to Councilwoman Chin for the invite as always. Again, as you can see, plenty of food and drinks and a lot of camaraderie, a lot of fellowship here with the local citizens. This also gives the citizens an excellent opportunity to meet and greet with the fire department to truly understand the service and the delivery that we give to the city and the citizens. Also, too, on a note, we have 3 stations throughout the city, one located on Highway 90, the second on Mula, and the third here in Meadows Place. So if you're ever free, please feel free to drop by anytime with the family and the kids. We'd love to have you and love to show you what we do. And on a final note, as we enter into November, don't forget to change your clock, change your battery. Thank you.
Many of us have a love-hate relationship with technology, but for the disabled, it represents an opportunity to meet the world on more equal terms.
we do a young adult and parent open lab. And what that means is our parents and our transition age students, meaning the students are transitioning from being a student to being an adult and kind of learning of all that entails and the technology and the resources that are available to them. So we meet together and we talk about technology. We talk about ways that their phone can help them bridge the gap between their day-to-day life and their disability. So sometimes I've got students that might struggle with reading and comprehension, or if they receive text messages, maybe they need those text messages to be read aloud. And maybe they've gone through life kind of the fake it till you make it, and then they go home and they're like, Mom, what does this say? So we've been able to show them features within accessibility settings on their phones, how to have those things read aloud to them. So we'll talk about how they could just pop in an AirPod and nobody even has to know that they're having their messages read aloud. This is an exciting time because every fall there's always a new update for their iOS or their Apple phones, and so we spent some time today going through all of the new features and some of the tips and the tricks, and we will be back next month and we'll do a kind of tips and tricks for trick-or-treating, and those students really look forward to each time getting together. This program stemmed from, we typically do our open labs, but this program stemmed from a digital skills training that we're starting our third year with Comcast, NBC Universal, where we are teaching young adults between the ages of 18 and 24, young adults between the ages of 16 and 24. We're able to teach them computer skills, and we go through an online platform called North Star to help them learn some of those basic computer skills. We talk about computer basics, we talk about internet basics, email and kind of the ins and outs of email. In that we talk about the internet safety, being aware of fraud, and then of course as they're kind of starting into social media, we look at their digital footprint and how to keep them safe online. So if they received an 85% or better, then they were able to get a certification. So I have several students, in fact one young lady that was here today, she got about 8 certifications, including Microsoft Word, PowerPoint, career search skills. So they were able to not only do the 4 modules that they were interested in, but they were also able to look into other modules. Those qualifications will help them, follow them in their career paths. That particular young lady, she told us today that she is graduating in December with her associate's degree, and she'll be able to take those skills with her and apply them as she enters a 4-year college.
Flowery favorites, next.
In Stafford, diversity is not just a number, it's who we are.
When you are here, you become part of the story.
You can sleep well knowing we're always on the job and looking out for you.
It's a great place for growth and opportunity.
Tradition starts here.
We teach your children and we stick around for your grandchildren.
We are one, we are Stafford.
This is the city of Stafford, and we are one.
Flowers are a popular subject for artists, and the good ones make us realize each flower is an individual, like a fingerprint. And do we have a show by a retiring HCC faculty member for you?
I happen to be retiring this semester after 40 years with HCC. I started in English as a second language in the Refugee English program 40 years ago in 1984 at Allen Parkway Village Cafeteria, teaching people who had come from Southeast Asia. And that's where I got my chops as a teacher, to be honest. all the time I was going through graduate school for visual art. And then I became an art professor later on when I had my credentials for that. But since I'm retiring, this kind of represents a second flowering for me. A kind of rebirth, I guess, the flowers, this kind of indomitable energy of nature, you know, exploding forth as flowers do. I think flowers have been around for 170 million years, way longer than we have. So they're interesting to me, like as metaphors for this kind of rebirth, kind of falling in love with life again, and in a new way. So I'll be able to paint all day, every day now, without worrying about paying the bills. You know, flowers get into fractal geometry and things like that. And you mentioned fingerprints also, and the spiral and all that. So yeah, as I was painting these, and I'm no expert on flowers, I chose these for formal reasons, but this energy kind of exploding forth from some unseen force, right? And the forms that they create, the amazing spirals, and as I understand it, flower petals conform to Fibonacci numbers and things like that. And so there's just a lot there to contemplate studying the flowers and the forms of them. These are all, except for one, the smallest one, they're all oil paint. Another thing about this was I hear the voices of my professors who have long gone to their reward in my ears every day. John Guerin, who knew Claude Monet in person. It seems impossible, but it's true. I was a very young man when he was an old man, and Monet was a very old man when he was a very young man, so I have that connection. And he always encouraged me to this more painterly way of painting. My earlier work is very optical and precise, kind of photorealism. I came to art through photojournalism, which is about truth-telling, and I'm a baby boomer, we're all about truth-telling. So but this represents a new direction. Finally listening to my professor for a little bit, who encouraged me to paint, to loosen up and to enjoy the paint more. And so a lot of this has to do with the act of painting, just sticking your arm out and like a Chinese calligrapher. I didn't start with any drawing, no grid. I just started painting, a la prima it's called. And I would get it wrong and then I would have to fix it. And it's kind of related to stopping riding motorcycles about a little over a year ago, after 56 years. I joked with my friends, I'm gonna have to find a new way to scare myself to get the adrenaline, and this is kind of it. Just starting these paintings with no real plan. And this started about the same time as I stopped riding after, I guess, 56 years. I'll walk away while I can still walk, but there's a reason only 2% of people ride motorcycles.
New classrooms for Coleman, next.
You can try, but you won't find another city like Stafford, Texas.
Serving our community just like you like it.
Taking care of you and your home since 1945.
We believe in STEM to learn and STEM to earn.
We're heading into college certified and career ready.
As a former student of Stafford, I take pride in keeping our classrooms safe.
We are Stafford, we are one.
The Coleman College of Health Sciences recently opened their new facility in Midtown with an eye towards convenience and availability for students.
Today we are so delighted because we have the official opening of the Coleman College of Health Sciences at Midtown. We have residents from the community who are here, students who are here, prospective students who are here. We also have our faculty, staff, and administration members who are with Coleman College here, as well as the representatives from throughout the district. And so we are absolutely thrilled. There were like 8 weeks given to transform one of the floors here in order to start offering the Coleman College Health Science courses. We opened within 8 weeks with 433 students. We're planning to expand into other certificates and credentials of value for residents of the community. This is right along the rail line. It also provides opportunities for working adults who are interested in getting certifications to work in the healthcare industry.
So we were charged with opening up offering free health science classes in the Midtown location back in June from the Chancellor, Dr. Ford Fisher. So we took that opportunity to expand our free health science classes and offer now programs here at Coleman Midtown. So we're here today to celebrate the opening of the new college campus, but also to bring awareness to all of the great programs that we have to offer in the health science program.
I feel like it's a really beautiful thing what they did here. They made it not only accessible for students who are traveling from far places, but they also made it very easy to find parking. Because as you know, when you get downtown Houston, parking gets expensive, but they paid for it, they handled that, and I feel like that was just really considerate. I feel like at HCC, they really care about the student's experience, they care about the student's pocket, they care about the student in general, and I really feel like that's something positive that they're doing for not only HCC, but for the world.
That's a wrap on our news for this week. Thank you for joining us. For everyone here at Stafford Weekly News, I'm Randall Williams. May all your news be good news.
This program was produced on the Stafford campus of Houston Community College.